So the NYPD is responding after a performance of the dance team right here on the Pix 11 Morning News last Thursday went viral, with New Yorkers and even politicians like Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez criticizing the NYPD for what she says is wasting taxpayer dollars on the group. The performance set off a Twitter firestorm, and that also body shamed female dancers, and what they said was a lack of experience.
Joining us this morning to address those critics and to set the record straight is the president of the dance team, Autumn Rain Martinez, and NYPD Deputy Commissioner of Communications, Tariq Shepard. So great to have both of you back this morning.
Good morning.
Okay, so Autumn Rain, I want to begin with you, right? Because you came on, you're doing something in your spare time. You even told us last week this was to reduce stress. Set the record straight. You saw these comments online. What did you make of those comments?
Well, we never expected to have so many hateful comments or hurtful comments or anything like that. We just were hoping to show that we come together and we're trying to build rapport, we're trying to build camaraderie. You know, the sports unit and under Health and Wellness has so many different teams within the sports unit. They have basketball team, they have volleyball, they have golf, they have everything. So we just were, as a dance team, wanted to come together and dance. We're not looking to be professional dancers. Some of us have never danced before, some of us have danced our whole lives, but we have to, you know, have choreography that's fit for everybody so that everybody feels comfortable doing what they want to do and still want to dance and be motivated to dance. So even with the comments that we've been getting, we've been just leaning on each other and just, you know, supporting each other and making sure that we're all okay, because it's already tough being on this job, but then to have more things like that for doing something that we love doing is kind of hard. But at the same time, we are looking for support from each other and within ourselves to keep up dancing.
It really is a shame that it's come to this. It really is. And to set the record straight also, does this come from taxpayer money? Do these women rehearse and get together during work hours?
Right. So, no, we don't use any department funds or taxpayer dollars. They purely came together. They volunteered to do this. They do all of it in their own time. They practice and come together on their own time, after work, off duty. And we're just so proud of them that they found dance to deal and cope with their stress and mental health, and then choosing to go to some place like a bar, right? And so we're very proud of them. And, you know, after looking at the comments this weekend, it just shows why it's so important for women like this to come together, because you have people online who increase you know, stress levels and things like that, because the anonymity of being online and being behind a phone or keyboard produces just some really terrible people at times. And that's just the society we live in. So we totally support them and very happy that they chose this format to come together.
Yeah, it's important to highlight what you just said about the taxpayer dollars when you have Congress members saying things about budget cuts and whether or not other programs were cut to make room for this. But I want to go back to you, Autumn Rain, because we just did a segment yesterday on cyberbullying. We had an expert here talking about cyberbullying, and this is a form of cyberbullying, right? Because the comments were hurtful and direct in terms of body shaming. So when you said you were leaning on each other, right, what do you want to say to those anonymous folks out there about some of the words they were using against you and your team?
Well, to the people that were saying the hurtful things, there's nothing that I could really do to change their mind to get them to stop doing that.
Yeah.
Their experience with police officers is their own experience. You know, I can't take that away from them. It's very valid how they feel about police officers. Unfortunately, it's now directed towards us to doing something that we love doing. The only thing that I can say is to those out there that do experience cyberbullying, you have to have that strength within yourself. And you have to lean on your family and your friends for support. It's tough. It's very hard to get through those negative comments, but you have to, if you don't feel it within yourself, to feel strong and to know that what you're doing is something good, then it's going to be very hard to continue on like that. You can't let other people dictate your life for you. You have to keep living. You have to do all the things that you want to do.
And this is the thing. This is a group of women, and you all fall under, you said the dance team, this activity falls under
Sports unit and health and wellness.
Health and wellness.
Yes.
And the NYPD has football teams. They have baseball teams. Did you feel in a way that this was kind of targeting women? Because you don't hear them ever saying much about the baseball teams, the football teams that are made up of men.
It does feel that way, and a lot of people have said it because we are female officers, or not everyone's an officer anyway, but either way, to have female members of the service, they are directly targeting us being female and being on the job. And it's hard to deal with, but you know, you can get through anything.
Yeah.
And then just keep on striving, keep on living, keep doing what you got to do.
Yeah, well, we saw that strength even last week when you were here all together, and the camaraderie you have as a team. But Commissioner, you know, again, I want to go back to the fact, to Hazel's point, of all these teams, right? Because it's important to highlight, yes, there are budget cuts happening elsewhere, but this is something to help with the mental well-being of being on the job and not necessarily coming from a budget. I just want to highlight that because it's so important.
Right. So as I said before, they totally fund themselves. But when you look at the comments, everything from they should be out fighting crime. Well, that's what they do.
Yeah.
You're online. You should pick up an application, and maybe you can come and help us fight crime. But they are doing exactly what they need to do, and off duty, they choose to come together to support themselves. We've had people talk about budget cuts. What budget cuts have to do with this dance team? So there are people who are speaking without being fully informed, which is not surprising. But you know, the reality is that the reason why these women have come together is so important in our society. Stress, mental health, you can't find an issue more important than that affects families all across the country and around the world. And for them to find this format to come together and support each other is just fantastic.
I think it's fantastic. And as a mother of two young girls who are very impressionable, thank you for what you do.
Yes.
And thank you for sending such a positive message about being proud of who you are.
Absolutely.
When's the next performance? We'll be there cheering you on.
When you go to commercial break, I'm going to get
All
out.
right.
Gosh, no, that must be, maybe that's must-see TV.
Not on camera.
We're actually looking to have a new choreographer to help us, you know, do even more to really show our skill set.
Wonderful.
For right now, it was just kind of choreography just to put together, just so we had something for it when we had our last performance at the Barclays for the basketball game. So now we're really going to be coming hard. We're going to have more choreography. We're going to have it all.
Keep doing you. All
Yeah.
right?
Thank
Keep being
you.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.